Hi, this is Meredith Lego, and I'm doing a series of videos on Ascension science and getting into different mechanics and or science attributes that deal with Ascension and how it works. A lot of the content that I'm sharing comes from a being I've been able to connect with who has moved past the need to incarnate, but I'm essentially connected with him through quantum entanglement. His name is Ascended Master Hilarion. And if you haven't watched, I encourage you to go back to the beginning, because a lot of the content that he has brought forward around the source field or the quantum field, how consciousness actually manipulates the field that we experience in our kind of our placement in time and space, how it is that we can work on sort of clearing our multiple body types, our physical, emotional, mental, and etheric body types, in order to achieve higher states of vibrational frequency. He gets into all of that through the previous videos, and he's really doing this to try and help us get to that point of continuing to evolve our consciousness. So in this particular session, I want to share a question that I asked him about the concept of the rays, RAYS. And I have done several past videos on it, and I'll try and include a link in the comment section on the rays and the concept of the spheres, because they do go hand in hand as well. And in this particular video, in this particular channeling session, I wanted to ask the question again, because sometimes, for me, it's good to hear it multiple times, partly to see if I kind of get the same answer. But then, I might be in the process of going through something in my life and the question pops up again, and I just sort of want to ask the question again. So in this particular session, I asked, what are the rays? His answer is, the rays are a singular force brought from the source of all that is to mold, shape, and evolve energy. It provides the impulse by which source brings forward its manifestation or intention into form. The ray energies influence all beings with consciousness. A ray, imbued with a certain aspect of inspiration, will imbue those qualities of a being or aligning with a ray. The rays are diverse and vibrate at different frequencies based upon their intentions. For example, the second ray, love and wisdom, are imbued with qualities that drive or manifest compassion, forgiveness, and strong empathy in the bearer. Rays come and go as a fleeting exercise powered by the will of the Creator. And that's really all he brought forward in this. Now, again, I would highly encourage you to watch the past video that I did on the rays. And when we're talking about rays, we are in fact talking about rays of light that come down from light sources. So it could certainly be the sun, because that's obviously our largest source of light. But it can also be stars, which I think are other suns too, maybe not, I don't know. But suns essentially, and stars are light sources. By the way, they exist in multiple densities as well. So even though we can't, see other timelines and other sort of harmonic universes, there are also resources of light as well. Now, I did a whole video series on the development of the light body. And if you go back to those series, you'll find out that light, photons, can carry information codes. So they literally can transport, especially if it's structured light, they can transport information that can help basically with the evolution of DNA. And there were some great experiments that I talked about, which have been done by a scientist called Dr. Peter Garyaev, in which case he used structured light in order to essentially change the development of a species from one species to another, simply by passing light through the eggs of both species. He also healed the organs of, I think it was rats, who were in the process of dying from diabetes. So he essentially healed some of the organs, again, by transferring the information codes of the organs from healthy rats into the organs of the rats that were on the verge of death. I myself, doing work as a consultant early in my career, was able to transfer files of information from one laptop to another by linking up basically structured light, or like almost like a beam of light, if you will, between the two laptops through portals. And we would actually be able to transfer files of data from one laptop to another through light. So rays and photons that are carried in the rays are very important and can carry information codes. So again, different rays, what he's saying, can hold different spectrums of vibrational frequency. And so when you see a rainbow as an example, and you're seeing, obviously the different vibrational qualities that are coming through within the rays show up as it hits water, you're going to see all spectrums of different ray frequencies, between those that are vibrating probably higher at the purple octave or the purple light frequency, all the way down to the red. So think about all the colors in the rainbow. And those rays, again, that are carrying different information codes, can carry different attributes that can, what he's saying, imbue different qualities within a being with different sort of frequencies and intentions. So what he's saying here is that the second ray, love and wisdom, can imbue qualities that drive or manifest compassion, forgiveness, and strong empathy in the bearer. So when those rays essentially start to pass through us and pass through the different energy portals that we have within our body, chakra points, possibly even through the skin, they're definitely hitting our multidimensional body structure and can be essentially impacting us in a lot of different ways. And although he didn't necessarily bring this up, as I understand it, when we come into existence, so when our, the spark of our being sort of starts to meld with the physical body as we're being birthed, we're coming in at a certain period of time when different rays are flowing through the earth based upon your location. And yes, I can't speak to the connection of, let's say, astrology, but I'm sure there is some connection there. So essentially, as you're sort of coming into being, you could be imbued with different qualities based upon the different rays that are, in play in those periods of time. And depending upon sort of which rays are traveling through the kind of Milky Way or the galaxy at large. Because while, we're getting hit by our sun, which is the closest light source, there are other light sources that are imbuing different information codes into the entire solar system. So, depending upon where the Earth is, where your placement on the planet is at the time that you're coming in, yes, you could possibly be coming in with different qualities depending upon different rays that are coming in simultaneously at that same time period. So that again, pretty interesting stuff about the ever importance of light and how it can help with the evolution of not just consciousness, but also the physical body structure. And I think the last thing that he said is that really rays come and go as a fleeting exercise powered by the will of the Creator. So with that, I will sign off and see you in the next series of videos, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.